Hello. How the twins?
They're good. Thank you for asking.
Great. Hi, Lori. Well, to all of the Wayne State community, Wayne State family, greetings. 2022 was a great year. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Some of it isn't completed yet, but that's kind of exciting to see the buildings going up. I was just going down Cass today, in fact, and saw that the name for the Hillberry Gateway project is actually on the building now. So it's well on its way to being completed. You know, obviously the State Hall the renovation is very important to us. The timing of that was just right in the sense that when the pandemic hit, we hadn't quite started yet, and we were able to take lessons learned from the pandemic in terms of the needs of students and a more virtual environment to put in extra technology in that building. So that's going to be a real state-of-the-art building. So that's another building that's we're looking forward to. Obviously, with the Hillberry Gateway project is the Gretchen Valet Jazz Club. And then the joint building with Karmanos, the School of Medicine / Karmanos Cancer Institute Research Building is a great project for us. We did get $100 million from the state legislature for that, which we're very thankful for. That's about 25% of the cost of what the building is going to be, though. So we still have a lot of work to do. And we're in the planning stages now of deciding where to locate it and other things. So a lot of things going on, which is going to really improve the campus. Our graduation rate now has really increased at 8% increase over last year, which is a huge increase year over year. We're now at a little over 60% overall graduation rate, which is above our target. We had a target of 60% for the end of our strategic plan. We're well before the end of our strategic plan, so it would not be out of the question to have our graduation rate soar to about 70% or so by the end of our strategic plan. We're so excited about commencement. It's going to be on December 17th. As last year, we are going to be able to have it in our Wayne State University field house. We're just really excited about having it on our campus, and the field house is just a great venue for it. As we go into 2023, it's a bit of a bittersweet moment. It will be my last year as president. I do hope that we continue our focus on our research mission. Just a new ranking just came out that I saw yesterday, which places Wayne State as the 97th best in the country for research. I think that's a great ranking for us, and it's well higher than many of our institutions that we consider to be peers. And then finally, in terms of things I plan to continue to stay involved with, I want to continue to mentor students and medical trainees and early stage faculty as they navigate the academic ladder. Well, when I stepped down as president, it will have been 10 years in Detroit. That's one of the longest stints of time I've stayed anywhere. Detroit has become home to me. When people ask where I'm from, I now say Detroit. We plan to stay here, my wife Jacqueline and I. You know, at this point in our lives, we've made a lot of friends in Detroit. Detroit has become a very meaningful part of our lives, and we want to continue the collaborations and the associations and friendships that we've been able to nurture here. One of the values which is just really core to Wayne State is that of diversity and inclusion. We are a very diverse university. We're very inclusive. The work of the DEI Council over the past several years to really look at everything that we do to see if we're introducing implicit bias, or if there are different ways that we could do something to be more inclusive and really take a critical look at ourselves, I think has come up with some great recommendations on how we could do some things differently to be more diverse and more inclusive. And that work now has been fanned out to the individual schools and colleges. We have a DEI council who is monitoring this work, and it's part of our strategic plan in a big way. And I'm just looking forward to continued progress in this area. It's one of the things that really makes Wayne State distinctive. So last night I was looking for a new book, and so I just looked to see which books I read, and I've read 87 books since the pandemic. One of the recent ones is Lust for Life by Irving Stone. I read that one after going to the DIA and seeing the Van Gogh exhibit. It's a 1934 book. It was Irving Stone's first book, and it's about Van Gogh. And I thought it was just really, really great. I've read a number of other books since then, but that one stands out just because, you know, it was written so long ago, but it was still written in a style which I thought to be, you know, fairly modern in terms of its style writing. So we're entering into the holidays, and as we do so, and commencement coming up and all these holiday parties, I just want to wish everyone happy holidays and see you back in January.